Hey, I thought I'd try to knock out another shoe review right now. So I am going to give you the 469 mile review on the Mizuno Neo Zen. So, Mizuno Neo Zen, it's basically a soft and bouncy daily trainer. So I bought these 100% with my own money. There's no company that knows or cares that I'm doing this review. So we'll start with the upper. The upper, it's this stretch knit booty type material. Sorry, dropped my notes. The sizing is generous. I could have possibly gone down a half size. You see, you can see where I tie the laces up here. I was getting a little bunching up here. There's a decent amount of room in the toe, because I think partly because there's basically no padding back here. So I went true to size, which is 10.5 point for me, and I can still get a good lockdown, but it takes a minute. And I think that's partly because of the booty upper. So, and since it's a little bit baggy, that I have to really work the laces in order to make sure that I get a good lockdown without any lace bite. So, like I said, toe box is generous. The tongue, there is no tongue because it's a booty style. It's got this little rubber grommet thing here, and I think to protect from lace bite right here. And I don't think it really does much of anything. Some people have said that they like it, but for me it doesn't. I usually, what I do is I kind of make them tight down here, lower to midfoot, and then I leave them a little bit looser. And because of the way that the lace holes are, it doesn't slip at all. So the midsole is the stack height. Running Warehouse lists it at 46.40. I think Mizuno listed it like 40.34, but Running Warehouse says 46.40, and I know they do their own independent measurements. They also list it at 8.3 ounces or 235 grams for the sample size. And the material that they're using in here is, they call it Energy Next, but they have multiple different foams. They call it Energy Next. This is 100% of the supercritical TPU. The outsole is it's what they call their X10 rubber, which I find to be a little bit more durable than the rubber that they had on the Neo Vista version 1. I think this is the same as what they put on the Neo Vista version 2, which is a little more durable. The grip has always been kind of meh. It's okay. You know, maybe if they had a different traction pattern, it would be better. But it's got, you see, it's got this like Japanese garden kind of traction pattern, which I don't think is the best for grabbing onto anything. It's a road shoe only. And the durability on the outsole is, I would say it's about average. Like I said, this is 469 miles for me. You can see right here, it's starting to break through right there, and it's also starting to break through right here. I was thinking, okay, you know what? I'm just going to run this until the outsole falls off, because it's not really a shoe that I would use like for work, for walking around all day in. But the midsole, I think, at 469 miles is pretty much done. So, what's the ride like, right? That's what's important. as far as the compliance, this is a very soft shoe, and it's got a nice bounce to it. But it's not a super fast bounce back. It's more of a squish and bounce. And I would compare that to something like the DV Nitro 2, which is one of my favorite shoes of all time. And that one is just like pop, pop, pop as you hit the ground. This one doesn't do that. This one, you can feel the compression, and you can feel the bounce back. It has a mild rocker. It's really not that noticeable as far as visually, but because of how the foam compresses, even someone who's very light like me, I'm able to compress the foam in the forefoot as I toe off, so it actually has a very smooth ride. General impressions: this is a very comfortable shoe. It's nicely cushioned for everyday runs, and because it's lightweight and it's not like massively wide or anything, it doesn't have huge sidewalls, so it doesn't feel big on foot, even though it has ostensibly a pretty high stack height. What are my dislikes? Dislikes: I don't care for the knit upper. It takes more time to get a good lockdown. The other thing I'm not crazy about is that at about 300 to 500 miles, it wasn't done, but I start to feel like the foam was starting to get tired by about mile 7 or 8. And usually a lot of my runs are right around 10 miles, so that's not the best. Then the last couple miles, I feel like, it's kind of flattening out. It's just okay. And then the reason that I'm retiring them now is because it was starting to get tired much, much earlier. And I wore them a couple days ago, and that afternoon, that evening, my hips felt really, really sore. So I was like, okay, you're done. That's it. What are alternatives? Alternatives, I think there's kind of different ways to go, because the Neo Zen kind of straddles the high stack daily trainers and the lightweight trainers. So I think, an obvious one would be something like the Evo SL. I know the Tier Maverick has recently come out, and that one's up at like 44 millimeters of stack for a very lightweight sub 8-ounce shoe. You've also got like the Velocity Nitro from Puma, or even the Magnify 3 from Puma, which is only just a little over 9 ounces. You got the Nova Blast, the Aero Glide or Aero Blaze, depending on if you want to go more light or more high stack. This is a $150 shoe, so there's a lot of good shoes in that category, but this is definitely a very comfortable one. So I always ask, would I wear them to work? Because I'm on my feet for 12 hours per shift, and I would say no. I don't think they would be good work shoes, because number one, they don't feel particularly stable going side to side and that kind of thing. And when I get to work and I change into my work shoes, I need to lace them up really quick. Just pull the laces, tie them up, and get in. And like I said, these, if I don't take my time and get one lace at a time, then they end up either the lockdown is too tight and I'm getting lace bite, or it's too loose and then I'm feeling like I'm kind of swimming in there. Would I buy them again? Yeah, I would definitely consider it. They're really great as a soft and bouncy, lightweight but highly cushioned daily trainer, and they work really well. For someone like me, I'm 130 pounds. I'm running a lot of my miles in like between 9 and 10 minutes. So I'm not putting a huge amount of force down into the ground, but I can still compress that foam. And so that's nice. So I think that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope I've helped. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and comment with any questions or thoughts or suggestions. Okay? Have a nice day.